Here I am in my north orchard. It is May 15th, 2011, and some of the blooms are just starting today. This north orchard has 6 apple trees and 2 pear trees. This tree right here, to my far right, is a red delicious that I started grafting over last year to a northern seedling, an early bearing tree. Then there's a Liberty tree, which is just starting king bloom this week. This is another red delicious, which I'm grafting over. You can see the center was grafted last year. Here it's growing away, nice and tall. I'm going to graft the other limbs today. And in the back are 2 pear trees. I am not getting any blossoms on those this year. Don't know why. I've never got any blossoms. This is my Dayton tree. It's in bloom, king blossoms today. And the Fortune, which heavily bore last year, I don't see any blossoms coming this year. I'm wondering if it's not a biennial bearer. We'll find out. And then a McCowan over here. Okay, well, let's start. I'm going to start grafting this one over here. I have a Northwood seedling grafted on a few places. A few grafts did not take last year. This one, dead. I will cut this off and graft on. This graft also died. I left the bud growing so this limb would stay alive. This graft did take, so that one's okay. This one didn't, and this one wasn't grafted. So I have 1, 2, 3 grafts to do, maybe 4. So let's do that first. Okay, the first graft is done. I put on this red delicious. I think it's a red delicious or a red chief. Red chief, which is a sport of a red delicious. I put on here on the south side Lodi. Lodi is an early apple, so it'll match with the grafts from 2010 that are Northwood's early. So I have Lodi here, 2 grafts, 2 Lodis here, 1 here on the east side, and ran out of Lodi, so I put a McCowan on this small fork off to the east side here. So we'll see how that works. And here's the tree. A work in progress. This is the Liberty apple tree in my north orchard, Orchard A. Liberty has taken root well. The spot it's in is very wet in the springtime. I'll get a couple inches of standing water there for sometimes a week or more, and it's been able to survive in this ground with its root system well. I've lost about at least 1 apple tree and about 3 or 4 pears in that same spot. So the Liberty apple tree is a good, healthy grower. This tree was planted about 3 years ago, so it is blossoming this year and probably will get my first Liberty fruit from it. That's a Warren pear in the background, and an Orca pear. For some reason, they are not producing any blossoms. Here's my Dayton. It's in king bloom right now, May 15th, 2011. And now it's time to graft this one. This is the red delicious that I started grafting last year, and I will put some more of some variety. We'll find out when I do it. I'll update it then in a little while. Okay, here's the red delicious in Orchard A, and according to my records, it was grafted over in 2010 with a Jana Gold on the main leader. So I grafted more Jana Golds onto it. I have one here, actually 2 Scions grafted there, 2 up here on the south side, 2 on the north side over here, and one over on the east side. Actually, two over on the east side. So this tree, and then I ran out of John of Gold Scions. So there it is so far, and we'll hope those scions take over well this year, and I'll graft a few more next year. That's the tree. Now I used paraffin wax tape. It's the white stuff here, and then to get a nice good tight seal, I put electrician's tape on. You can't really wrap the paraffin tape that tight because it stretches so much. So the electrician's tape, I can wrap it on, tighten it way down, get that bark in good contact with the cyan cambium layers that I cut away. So that's why I use the black. I'll have to come back out though and cut through the electrician's tape in a month or so. Not so the paraffin wax. So there's a tree, such as it is, and we'll keep a log of that and up on YouTube and see how that grows out this summer.